Hey guys, welcome to this new series where I'm going to be printing all 151 Pokemon, starting with everyone's favorite grass type who started it all, Bulbasaur. As you can see here, he was printed on a Formlabs 2 printer using V4 gray resin. And right here, I'm going to start showing you guys how to post-process him. I'm going to set him down and use my little scraper that came with the printer. Right here, he just pops off real easily like that. Boom, just like that. Here, I'm going to pick him up and let's show you guys, let's give you guys a close-up right here. So you can see I hollowed them out and gave him some drain holes, and I printed them at an angle so that all the extra resin would come out. Next, we're going to drop them in a 99% alcohol bath, and we're going to give them a quick scrub right here. Make sure you're always wearing gloves, and make sure you always have a ventilation mask as well. This stuff smells really bad, and it can start giving you headaches and nauseous, and it's just not safe overall to get on your skin as well. So safety first always. Once Bulbasaur is nice and clean, I'm going to pat him dry and start inspecting him with you guys. I want to get him nice and dry and make sure I'm not spilling any excess resin or alcohol on the floor. So get every single area, and here you can see he's coming up pretty nice. Nothing's broken, the build seems pretty good and nice and smooth. And right here we're just going to snap those supports right off. And look at that, that's really nice. You can see the drain holes there. And right here, here's a little close-up. Look how tiny he is. Alright, next is step 2. This is the second alcohol bath, but the purpose of the second alcohol bath is just to get rid of anything left on the surface before we start the curing process. We want to make sure all that excess resin is gone as much as possible. Make sure you give your prints a nice good scrub, drain them out, and you want to do the same thing, pat them dry, and we're going to start inspecting one more time just to make sure nothing is sticky or to make sure there's no shiny resin. But here we go. Let's put the little washing station away. And here's our little friend. Let's take a look at Bulbasaur. Before we want to do the curing process, make sure he's completely dry. You don't want any alcohol on there. So I'm going to set my paper towel here and let him sit there for a few minutes. Don't worry, Bulbasaur, I'll be right back. Alright, here's the curing station that I got. It's a little modified photo station. And I'm also borrowing one of my turtle's heat lamps right here. It has the UV light that we need for the resin to cure. So let's get this ready. I got the station nice and secured, covered up. And let's give another look at Bulbasaur. Look at him, that little guy. We're going to leave him curing and start flipping him over every few minutes. Right here, I'm going to make sure it's covered. Make sure everything is nice and sealed. I'm going to set the time for 10 minutes, and afterwards I'm going to keep flipping him over until he's fully dried and cured. I'm really excited for this project, and the next step is going to be painting him in part 2.